to Donald Mackerel Game with me, Donald Mackerel. We've got some more surprisingly good Xbox 360 games that have made the list. If you've been following the series so far, I've been going backwards from the letter Z to just, it helps me stack them on my shelves a bit easier. I did have the full collection, well I still do have the full collection, but I'm whittling it down to just the games that I really want to play, the games that I think are really good. In that, though, there's some surprising ones. I mean, they're not all zingers, as they say. Today, though, we've gone through a really good bunch. There's lots and lots of games that start with the letter M, so this has taken me a lot of time to compile. But the letters that we're going for today are the letters K, L, and M. So we're going to start off with K, quite obviously, and we're going to start off with one that a lot of people considered to be a letdown, not just for the 360 but for the PS3 as well. This was hyped up quite a bit. I do remember it being hyped up when it first came out. It also says it won the it was a nominee for the British Academy Video Games Awards. Didn't really win that much, didn't really get very good reviews, if I'm honest with you. I really like it though, I really like it, and I know that this is going to be a controversial decision because I think this did upset a lot of people. I went into this game pretty much blind because I remember the adverts as a kid, never played it, and then I got it for the 360 and went, oh, this isn't as bad as everybody made out. So I think it's a case of like people hyping the game up too much in their own head instead of just actually playing it and experiencing it. I found it quite tough, found it quite tricky, but the game is Kane and Lynch Dead Men. So there's going to be people out there that go, it's not a tricky game, Donald. I also quite like the second one, but I prefer this one to the second one. So you control two characters, Kane and Lynch. It's a cover-based sort of shooter. It really reminds me, in a way, of GTA 5 with the protagonists like Michael and Trevor. So I don't know if GTA 5 was in some way influenced by that, but yeah, it's just one that's absolutely blooming insane and is also a bald-in psychopath, and one who's your professional hitman with a troubled past. So it really reminds me of it. So I like the story of it. I like the whole heist element and playing as a bad guy for once, because they are bad guys. There's no redeemable features about either of these people. They're just criminals. So I do like that sort of side of it. I do like the gameplay side. Yes, there's some ropey bits in there. All games have ropey bits, though, don't they? There's some ropey bits, but there's a lot of good stuff. One of the good bits that I do like is you can play this as couch co-op. So if you've got a second control pad and someone who's willing, one of you can play as Kane, one of you can play as Lynch, and go through the levels that way. As I say, I did find it quite tricky, though. I don't know if that's just me. I never ever completed it, so I'm definitely putting that on my shelf with the view to completing that one in the future. So Kane and Lynch, Dead Men. On to the next K game. Is a game that I have never, ever played before. I looked at the front cover, I thought, this looks absolutely blooming terrible. It says it's limited edition, that means nothing to me. I don't know if this has had good reviews or not. All I know is I put it in, and I loved it. I thought it was silly, like ridiculous silly, but good fun. Killer is Dead, which is by that, is it Suda51? So you know what to expect as soon as you see that name, really. I'll be honest, I didn't until I started collecting for the 360 and then played a couple of his games and went, oh, Christ, yeah, these are all mad. So this one, you are a sort of hitman who mainly deals with his samurai sword. Seems to be immortal in some sort of ways. There's a deeper story as well, which I can't go into, not for spoiler reasons, just because I've only played about an hour of the game, but I'm not going to give away the start of the game, but the start of the game shows me that the people that you're working for may not be the ideal employers anyway, so I'm guessing that features later on in the game. But yeah, it's, as with most Suda51 games, very, how to put it without getting me a YouTube video, getting a YouTube strike on it, there's females in it, of questionable clothing, really weird action, really weird story, but fun. And even though it did get mildly tricky in that first hour, I think it's accessible to most people. So if you like fast-paced, slashy, almost ninja sort of games, almost like samurai-esque, but updated for the modern world. I would say give that a go. I don't know if it's expensive or not. I did manage to pick it up dirt cheap. But yeah, Kill It is dead. Moving on from that one, we're still on K. This one I have mentioned it before on my channel, so this one wasn't a surprise to me. I've played it before. I loved it. I was just surprised to see that not many other people did. It got horrendous reviews, to be honest with you. And it's from a good series of games as well. There's quite a few out there, so it's not like either this one killed the franchise or it's just the only game in the franchise, even though it wouldn't be a franchise then. It is Kingdom Under Fire Circle of Doom, which I think is blooming brilliant. It's a sort of hack and slash RPG in a way, like you can level up your skills. It's got a really cool feature where you can combine items, so you can combine like armor with certain things or combine weapons together. So if you've got any bonuses on those weapons, they sort of meld into one, if you know what I mean. Also, your weapon does deteriorate. The more you use it, the worse it gets. So yeah, lots and lots of cool things, lots and lots of cool elements about that. But I just like the simplistic gameplay of it, which is run around, hitting things, shooting things, using magic on stuff. Really, really cool. Did enjoy my time with that, and I'm hoping that a few people out there feel the same way. Because I say, looking at the reviews of it, it got torn to pieces, so I'm not sure what people expected, really. I also think that graphically for the Xbox 360, it was pretty decent as well, and hell of a good story on it. So yeah, if you're into... I wouldn't even say it's an RPG light. I'd say it's an RPG. If you're into action RPGs, which I normally am not, give that a go. Circle of Doom. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let's just get this over with. So, this got voted as, I think it was either the worst or one of the worst games for the Xbox 360. So, do I think it's a good game? No. No, I don't. It is Leisure Suit Larry box office bust. So, why? Why have I popped this on my list? Because I don't think it's the worst game. I don't even think it's close to being the worst game. It's got a lot of bugs with it. A lot of bugs. It's really, like, you can get stuck in walls, a car can flip upside down, you can never get back out again. Some of the levels are glitched that you just, like, literally can't complete them if it decides that it doesn't want you to let you complete them. The skill incline as well is a bit weird. So it's all really basic, and then you'll get to a point where you just go, whoa, why am I supposed to do this? But I don't mind that. And not only that, on top of that, the humour is fantastic. For me, if you're a Leisure Suit Larry fan, I would say the game before this, Magna Cum Laude, I think it was alright. It was a pretty decent game, I suppose, but it wasn't a Leisure Suit Larry game. This still features Larry, is his name Larry Lovage? I think his name is, which is Leisure Suit Larry's, I think it's his nephew. Still features him, but the humour is more Leisure Suit Larry-esque. So yeah, really, really happy with the humour on that one. Really, really funny. It's got some like actual celebrities on it as well. I think like Carmen Electra's on it, and I forget her name, the lady who played the coach in Glee, if that means anything to anybody. Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie, she's in it. So yeah, lots. I forget there's some male actors in there as well that are quite famous, but yeah, I think they spent a lot of money making this game and it flopped massively. But if you're just into your 3D action platformer sort of games, with a bit of crude 18 humour, I think it's all right. I really, really enjoyed that. I say it was getting 2 out of 10s, 3 out of 10 sort of scores. I'd put it at like a solid 6. Yeah, I would. I'd call it a 6, maybe even a 7 out of 10. Especially if you're a fan of the Leisure Suit Larry series, such as I am. That, you've got to have it in your collection. You've got to play it at the very least. Like, yes, it's not a point-and-click game. Yes, it's not as good as some of the Leisure Suit Larry games, but I think it's good enough to make my wall. And for the next one, if you've been watching my channel for any length of time whatsoever, this is not going to come as a surprise to you. But if you've just clicked on this list and you're sort of going like, oh, I wonder who this guy is, and I wonder what he likes. This is the best game for the Xbox 360. I mean that. Please, this is not a joke. I'm not saying this just to get some clicks. This is my favourite game for the Xbox 360, possibly one of my favourite games of all time. And I'm not even a sports fan, if I'm honest with you. It's LMA Manager 2007. Why do I like this so much? I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. Not really a football fan. I have played Football Manager games and they're all right, you know, but this, I don't know what it is. I think it's just that simplistic and easy to get into that it's fun right off the bat. You know, the fact that you can create your own team. So create wherever you live, you can make your own home team and stick them into an actual existing league with actual existing teams. You can create your own manager as well to look exactly like you, which I found quite fun, where you see them standing on the touchline screaming at the players. The match physics are a bit janky, such as this one in particular. This came out on PC and PS2. PC is well known as being the best port when you get it to work, but this is far superior to the PS2 version. The only thing that the PS2 has over the other two versions is the fact that you can't score free kicks on this or the PC version. The PS2 version, anybody can score them, but this, you could have somebody with a full shooting rating, a full attack rating. You could have them with a free kick speciality as one of their skills. You're never going to score off them. So, lots and lots of janky bits on it, but amazingly fun. I think you can play for like 20 years in it as well, and there's a massive online community for this. This is the last ever LMA game produced. I think, Codemasters made it, and then I think, don't quote me on this, I think Electronic Arts, I think they bought the rights to this game, released one mobile game, so it would have been LMA 2008, which was appalling, really bad. There's no point in even looking for it. Awful game. Obviously that never got released on a console. There was never any ports of it. It never went anywhere else. And they've refused to make a game since. But if you look online, there are lots and lots and lots of people that feel the same way that I do, that this is simply not just one of the best football management games, but one of the best games of all time. LMA Manager 2007. If you see it, pick it up. You won't regret it. Trust me. Right, we're halfway through the list now, so the next one, I'm not going to waffle on too much about this one because a lot of people would have probably already raised this one. I've not looked into the review scores on this one. I'm guessing it got really good reviews, simply because of the franchise it's tied to, and not only that, the sort of game it is really, really good fun. It is Lord of the Rings War in the North, which I know there's a couple of Lord of the Rings RPGs out there. This is my favourite. This is such a great game. So it's an action RPG, but not like an out and out, or you have to do lots and lots of combos and things like that. It's just literally hit things, click on something, keep on hitting it till it dies, that sort of affair. You've got one of three characters. All of them are customizable. You can be a human, an elf, or a dwarf, which goes with the Lord of the Rings franchise. The weird bit about that, though, is that Lord of the Rings obviously is meant to be about the Fellowship, where the hobbits united the three, not warring factions, but they didn't get on with each other. Dwarves didn't like elves, didn't like humans, if you know what I mean. This one, it starts off before the events of Lord of the Rings, and your party is an elf, a dwarf, and a human. So, I don't know. I thought it was odd anyway. But really, really good. Really cool story. I really like the tactical side of it. I really like the fact that you can... just your generic RPG goth, if I'm honest with you. It's my cup of tea. It's not too taxing on the brain. It's an RPG that anybody can get into, especially if you're especially if you're a fan of the Hobbit franchise. Pick that one up. Again, relatively cheap, and not many people natter about it. So this next one's a weird one. It even surprised me because there's a lot of games out there that are tied to TV series, films, cartoons, whatever. I've never seen the TV series attached to this. I've heard a lot about it. I've heard that it just went on and on and on, and the ending made no sense. So I really wasn't looking forward to playing this, which probably helped this, to be honest with you. It is the video game Lost. It does have another name, I think in America. It doesn't even say on the side, but it's got... Does it say on the disc? No, it doesn't. It does have a longer name. I might donk it somewhere on this video somewhere. Odd game where you start off in... I'm not giving away the story in any way by trying to say you start off, there's been a plane crash and you've crash landed on a desert island somewhere with a load of people that you don't really know, and you've got no idea what's going on. You're trying to work everything out. That's how it starts on here. It does have characters from the TV series in there. Again, I don't know. It just says on the back, featuring all the key characters from the TV series. I don't know. Is that good or bad? Not too sure. The facial animations are a bit weird, if I'm honest with you, are quite off-putting. They might have been better just making a generic new set of characters. I'm not sure how integral the characters are to the TV series. Like, surely they could have just flipped it and put anybody else there. And it's very, very weird. Very, very odd game, but I like it. It's almost a walking simulator. It's a bit of a detective sort of game, but there's like a bartering system in there as well. Very odd. I can't classify that game. I really can't work out where to put it, other than the fact that even though in my head I'm going, I'm not too sure about this game, by the time I decided, right, time to move on to another game, I'd been playing it for 2 hours and I'd had a lot of fun. I remember turning around to my partner and going, blimmin' heck, I didn't expect that out of that one. So yeah, relatively cheap game. If you see it for a couple of quid, pick it up. If you're a fan of the show, I don't know. It might be the worst game ever. I don't know. It might be better if you've never watched the TV series before. But yeah, Lost. We're on to the final 3 games now. So these are all under the letter M. And the first one, I'm sure this got rated really, really well. I played it on the PS3 back in the day, and I hated it. I just could not get into it. I didn't really go for the story. It was like playing a movie to me, so I was like, I don't really like this. Never touched it again. And then I bought a limited edition version of this for the 360 and thought, might as well give it a go then. Turned out to be one of the best games on the Xbox 360. What am I doing? Young Donald. Right, it is Max Payne 3. So, a Rockstar game. How the heck they haven't done some sort of a crossover where Max Payne's either appeared in a GTA game or he is the GTA game. I would love it if you could play as him, as an old codge. Just again, don't ruin the ending for me. There's a chance he's probably going to peg it in this one. But I don't know. If they could somehow do a Max Payne GTA crossover, I would be all over that. Take my money, with one of those situations. So playing this, I'd played the original Max Payne on my friend's PC when I was a younger man. Didn't enjoy that. I tried playing Max Payne 2 on the PS2. Didn't enjoy that. And as I say, tried playing Max Payne 3 on the PS3 when I was younger. Didn't enjoy that. Really, really, really enjoyed playing that on the 360. I love the bullet time, like diving through the air, making headshots. I loved absolutely everything about it. I loved the blooming story. Oh my God, the story is fantastic. Sadly, playing this one first has given away quite a bit about Max's past. So when I do get round to playing Max Payne and Max Payne 2, I think some of the shocking things that are probably going to happen during those games aren't going to shock me so much because I played this one first. So I might hold off playing any more of that until I've at least attempted to play those 2 games. But good God, why does nobody talk about this game? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Please, I want to see a lot more people giving games like this a lot more love instead of your generic, like Gears of War sort of games. Max Payne 3, fantastic. We've already had one of the worst Xbox 360 games make my list, which I thought was a solid 6 out of 10. This again, 6 out of 10, maybe even 7 out of 10 game that everybody rates as one of the worst games on the 360. I think people have just got too much time to grumble about stuff. It is MorphX, which if I saw that front cover, I would not want to play that game, to be honest with you. It looks absolutely abysmal. I wouldn't really know what it's about. When you flip it over and show the back, just hiding that 'cause it's got the price on it. When you flip it over and show the back, again, doesn't really tell you much about the game. So I can understand people being confused. They really could have done a lot to advertise this better than they did do. I'll advertise it for you now. So, yes, it's janky. It is janky. It's Eurojank, which you're either a fan of that or you're not. Personally, I don't mind it. So, yeah, it's not really getting knocked down for that. The story, though, is quite cool, where aliens have invaded, obviously humans v aliens, but there's also a bit where they can infect humans. Most humans die, most of them peg it. some of them become these weird bugs, and your main character just develops some of their powers. So the humans don't like you, and the aliens don't like you. So your job is to try and, number one, work out what's going on, and number two, defeat the alien menace whilst also being attacked by the humans. Absolutely fantastic. It does have, I keep on saying this, mild RPG elements in it. It does, though, in the fact that you choose by developing your DNA, you can pick up strands of DNA and sort of decide what your body gets exposed to. You choose which bits of your skill set to develop. So there's stealth ones in there. There's ones that can give you extra power. There's ones where like the combat is all combo based, but there is also shooting and things like that in there. So it's nowhere near as in-depth as an RPG, but there's lots of little ways where you can make the game fit your playstyle, which is probably why I really liked that, because if it was just a boring go around, shoot, hit them with the butt of your gun, shoot, oh, here's the next bit of the story, I wouldn't have enjoyed it. I enjoyed what you could do with that. It did get a little bit testing in the fact that you would completely clear out a zone, flick a switch, and then this place where nobody can enter it, there's all fresh enemies in there all shooting at you. That did get a little bit grating at times, but to call this one of the worst games on the Xbox 360 is ridiculous. I definitely think, again, for the price it sells for now, I wouldn't pick it up. I definitely think if you can get that for around £5, give it a go. Or emulate it. And to the final game for this collection of surprisingly good Xbox 360 games for the letters K, L and M. This comes right at the end of that. This is one of the last M games that I played. And bear in mind, at this point, I was suffering from a lot of burnout. A lot of games that really probably could have made my wall were just, I can't enjoy that. This surprised the hell out of me, because this got awful reviews. And by awful, I mean like 5 out of 10s. Where people just go, what's the point of this game? I think it did get released on the next generation as well. I think it was on Xbox One and PS4. But yeah, I'd never picked it up simply because of the reviews. It is Murdered Soul Suspect. So, again, not giving too much away about the plot. You play a detective who has been murdered during an investigation, but you live on in an afterlife sort of sense. His wife's already dead, so she explains to you, you need to solve something in the real world before you can come and join her in the afterlife. So yes, it is a detective game. You are going out there finding clues, solving bits, blah, blah, blah. But there's also a bit of a creepy side to it. You are fighting almost demons, I'd say, like souls that don't want to go to the other side and want to keep on existing by eating the souls of fresh ghosts. So yeah, really, really good in that sense. You've got to be quite stealthy. You've got to sneak around, and you can get rid of the demons. But yeah, it's quite spooky in times. But I just liked the overall vibe of it. The story is really good as well. I don't know why it received so much hate when it came out. But if you're a fan of that, if you're a fan of mildly creepy games, stuff that it says is 16, it's not going to scare the life out of you, but mildly creepy games with good stories and a lot of detective work, pick it up, honestly. And yet again, a staple of this list, dirt cheap, so I don't even know why a lot of people haven't given it a chance. But I would say if you see this, perhaps even for the next gen consoles as well, it's probably cheaper on those, do pick it up. Fantastic game. So, that was my list there. That's my 10 games this time. Blimey heck, what are you doing, Donald? 10 games have gone through onto my wall off that little bundle. Yeah, I hope some people enjoy some of those. And again, there are some of the worst games of all time in there, which goes to show you that reviewers don't know what they're talking about. And not only that, YouTubers tend to not know what they're talking about because they've never played these blooming things. They've just seen other people vent about them and gone, well, I'll have that opinion because that's the zeitgeist, isn't it? But no, genuinely, give all these a go. If you don't like them, you don't like them, but I do. And I'm sorry if some of your games you thought were going to make the list didn't appear in my list. It's just that they were probably terrible. No, they just weren't for me. But those games definitely were. So maybe do pop your favourite games into the comments. But also, I'm going to pop up my full list of games that have made my wall now. And so maybe that's quelled a bit of your hate where you've been going, where's my game? Perhaps it was in there somewhere. If not, oh well. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. This has been Donald Mackerel, Donald Mackerel Gaming. I'll see you again soon. Cheers, everybody.